what I've realized with people will say, "Oh, I'm going back home. Oh, I know there's nothing to write about the UK. Nothing so special about being in the UK." Now the question is, why is that person still in the UK? Why is somebody like, you see? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Finally, I am back. Guys, I know it's been a while and I can only apologize. Welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, flowers for you. Thank you once again for coming back. And if you are new to my channel, thank you for clicking. My name is Hannah and I really hope that you stick around. And to all my new subscribers, thank you for being a part of the family. I really appreciate it. You have no idea. In today's video, guys, I just thought, it's been a while since I said something, so let me, give myself a couple of minutes to just respond to the one question that people ask me a lot of times. I've got a question from all the nurses, especially back home in Botswana. People were asking me if it's really worth it. The question is it really worth you living your life, leaving your family back home and coming to a new country, learn a new system, learn almost everything, get used to the new weather? Is it worth it? That's the question. So in this video, that's the question I'm going to be answering today. And disclaimer, whatever I'm going to say about anything or whatever I'm going to say in this video is going to be solely from my personal experience. Yeah, guys, so without wasting any more of your time, let's get right into the video. To answer this question, because people ask me every day, is it really worth coming to the UK as a nurse from Botswana or as a nurse from South Africa, Zimbabwe? Well, I haven't stayed in Zimbabwe, I haven't stayed in South Africa or Namibia or Zambia, but I'll specifically talk about those nurses because the people by every now and then, they send questions every now and then. That's people from my home country, Botswana. So people ask me, is it really worth coming to the UK? Is it worth it? That's the question. And to be fair and honest with you, the worthiness of being in the UK, it all depends on different aspects. It depends on different factors. There's so many factors that affect whether you will find the UK interesting or worth for you. And the first thing is how you live your life right now in Botswana. How are you living your life? Are you living your life in a way that you can save 5,000 pula every month, or can you save 7,000 pula every month, or can you save just as little as 500 pula every month? What's your situation like? How is your life? Because there are people who can still afford to go on holiday every week, or not every week, like every year or twice a year. They go on holiday, they enjoy themselves, still with the next salary. And then you cannot even afford to go on holiday once in 3 years. So what's your storyline? What's your capacity as an individual? What can you handle and what can you not handle? So that's the first thing you should consider. How is your life at the moment? And then the second thing is loan. Do you have a loan back home? And how much are you paying the loan for? And how are you going to manage paying for the loan while you are here in the UK? There are such questions. Some people, they do have loans, some people they don't have loans. And to be honest, they will all bring different experiences of being in the UK, based on their lives. Um, so when you seek that sort of advice of do I want, or is it worth coming to the UK? Before you can actually say different opinion from somebody else or somebody who's in the UK, you are better off asking the person who has like a similar story as you do. You cannot ask somebody who doesn't have a loan how they are surviving in the UK while you've got a loan that charges 6,000 pula or that charges 4,000 pula a month. You cannot. So ask yourself that. That's another thing that's going to affect how your life is going to be in the UK if you've got a loan. It's going to be different for different people. Um, so kgang ya worth, I give that those almost home, but kgang ya worth. Do you have a loan? Okay. How are you surviving? How are you surviving back home? You know, so that's another thing. And then um another thing that would help you to figure out if it's worth it being in the UK is where you go to when you relocate to the UK. Some people some people, they stay in cities, big cities here in the UK, and some cities are quite expensive. Some cities are quite expensive than other cities. So the question is, where are you staying when as an individual? O tlo kgona go kae as an individual, so before you come here and then give people feedback and say, oh, I'm not happy about being in the UK, try to think around the decisions that you made when you come here into the UK. Where you live in the UK does play a major role because some cities are expensive. Um, you can't choose, or you cannot compare somebody who's staying in London to somebody who's staying in a countryside. It's so different. The expenses, the rent, everything, bills, it's all going to be different. And there are some parts in the UK where where they don't pay what we call council tax. But I know in Northern Ireland, they don't pay council tax. So that as well, it plays a role in whether you find being in the UK being worth you leaving your family and living your life and coming to a new country. Um, so it's where you stay, how you were living life back home, and your loan. Yeah, your loan, and your commitments, the kind of commitments that you have. So be very careful and be very smart when you decide to come, because you have to think through a lot of factors. You can't afford to be as alone, like according to my own personal experience and according to how I've seen things turn out for different people, even not just Botswana, even people from other countries. You cannot have 3 kids and you intend on bringing your kids. You cannot have 3 kids, have a loan, a wee dwelling every month, and have family that you're taking care of, and you want to start in London. Really? I know I might sound like, I'm discouraging some people to go to certain places, but you have to weigh options. You have to look at your story. You have to look at where you are coming from and where you are going as an individual. Don't go to places where your friends are. You don't know your friends' stories. Maybe your friend doesn't have family a itlhokomela. Maybe your friend doesn't have a loan. Maybe your friend doesn't have this and that he or she has to sort out back home. Don't be that person who go with the crowd. So ipotse gore, okay, will I enjoy, so we all come with different stories of being in the UK, if it's worth it. So just hella in conclusion, not personally, nah. I'm not supposed to say I personally, but I personally, for me, Uh, okay. So just to answer the question is for me, for na, okay, like na, how my life has been in Botswana and how my life is right now in the UK, I'll still choose to relocate. Why? Because there has been a massive change. None again, I get broke, guys. I was always broke back home. Always. Always. I wasn't doing nothing nice for myself. I couldn't afford to do certain things, you know. But now I would say, I'm not saying it's the best, but it's much better. It has been, or it feels like an upgrade for me being here in the UK, you know. So for me, it's really worth it. And again, I might have forgotten to highlight the issue of kanya gore were you a PRN, were you SRN, were you RN. When I left my country, I was SRN. Nikile SRN, I was just, I think, how long? Well, almost 1 year as SRN. Ne ke emetse ngwaga gore o boele and then be ke emela bo PRN. So I was never a PRN. So ask yourself that question. How much are you getting right now back home? Do you think coming here is going to be a change? Uh, Do you think coming here would be something different for you? Do you think it will develop you in any way by leaving your country and coming here? And what baggage do you carry as an individual? Will it be worth it? You know, will it be worth it for you? Because kind of worth it, guys, it depends on a lot of aspects. Ha e le gore wena o no tshela life like soft life back home, why are you coming to the UK? Because you're gonna work, you're gonna work, you're gonna work all the time. You're not gonna go on holidays every now and then, So just ask yourself such questions before you start processing, say, I'm going to the UK. Because truth of the matter is, it's not everyone that will find relocating to the UK um proper for them, or it's not everyone who would feel like they've benefited from coming to the UK. But as far as I know, I've never met anyone that will say, I'm going back home, I'm done in the UK. And like what I've realized with people, I don't do that, but what I've realized with people will say, oh, I'm going back home. Oh, I know there's nothing to write about the UK. There's nothing, people will say there's nothing to write about the UK. Oh, there's nothing so special about being in the UK. Now the question is, why is that person still in the UK? Why is somebody like, you see? So be very smart, eh? Be very smart. Don't be discouraged by anyone. And when you make such a decision of leaving your country, leaving your family, ask yourself such questions and be very content about the decision that you're making. Be very content, because it will take so much energy, so much finances. It will take a lot from you. So you've got to be really prepared for it. You can't just do it for the sake of people are doing it, you know. So for me, nah, Gaone, it's worth it. It has been worth it. I've seen results, yes, for myself personally. So there you have it. For me, nah, it's worth it. So now the question is, what do you have where now as an individual? What are you carrying? What baggage are you carrying? What do you need to do? You know, how will you survive? Where are you going? People have been asking me, can I go to London? Why are you going to London with a loan? Yes, 6,000. Guys, I don't mean to be cheeky or anything like that, but if you want to settle very well and if you want to enjoy the UK and you've got a loan, you've got kids that you want to bring to the UK at some point, don't go to some places. Go to affordable places, go to cheaper places, because settling in the UK on its own, is daunting and it requires money as well. So think of think of those things. So tota mme hela ha ele gore o ja soft life ko bots wa kae because to be honest, truth be told, there will never be a place like home. There will never, trust me, there will never be a place like home. Never. So if your life is okay, if your life is good, perfect now, okay, you know. But how now the broke I can broke, guys. And that one, I'm not even ashamed of it. I was always broke because happy I was staying Kotlokeng. So you know how expensive rent is. They get no more bachelor, but they like 2.5 bachelor pad. So it was expensive. And I couldn't even save. I couldn't even get myself like nice hair. Right now, I can budula la hell and say, okay, today, get a murir. No, it's something. So yeah, there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Don't just watch. Why do you guys want to watch my videos but you don't want to subscribe? Why? Eh? Why? So subscribe, like, share, comment down below, engage in the video as well, and ask me questions. Okay? Okay. Ask me questions, guys. Ask me questions. Anything you want me to talk about, anything, I feel like I feel like content there, yeah, it requires me to have, like, I can't just throw issues you guys, like, I can't just throw in untrue things. I have to have facts, so it takes me to research. So guys, imagine let's DVD. I might as well just do, more lifestyle videos and, just have fun, but which will altogether delete the main mandate of, one of the main mandates of this channel. So guys, support me as well. If I always try my level best. I respond to your messages. I advise you where I can. Why can't you support me? Hmm? But why? At least the level lang, at least the level lang here, like he reach 4,000 watch hours. Then we're good. We call it even, you know. Anyway, thank you so much for clicking on my video. Thank you so much. I really look forward to having you in my channel because I've got some exciting things to come. Thank you so much for clicking. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Click on the notification bell that whenever I post, you get notified, guys. Share this video. Share this video. Thank you so much. Bye.